Welcome to Austin-Tindall Sports Complex in Kissimmee, Florida. I'm Kyle Bond here on the NCCAA Network. The NCCAA Seeding Committee has done a fabulous job this year, ranking all the teams and making sure that the best teams are in the best spots. How do you know? Because the top seeds have won most games here in this tournament, but every once in a while you get a situation like this where a group gets messy. That's exactly what we've got here. The 2-seed Grace Christian and the 3-seed Pensacola Christian face off in what is not just a winner gets in situation. It's a little, just a little, more complicated than that. For the 2-seed Grace Christian, win or draw, and they are through to the Division II NCCAA championship game. However, Pensacola, because they lost game 1 to the 5-seed Moody Bible, they need to win by 2 to advance. So, it's not just win and you're in. There's a little bit more to it than that. Pensacola saw a red card in its first game against Moody Bible, eventually lost 2-1, despite a healthy amount of chances in that game for a team down a man. Let's get you quickly our starting lineups. First for the 3-seed Pensacola Christian, the Eagles line up in a 4-3-3. Zachary Kluver leading the lines, and David Cuevas is in goal. For the 2-seed Grace Christian, Brett Arnold with a hat trick up front in the last game. Zach Termier also had a goal from the spot in a 4-1 win over Moody Bible that put Grace Christian in the pole position to advance from Pool B. So the 2 and the 3 face off. The Pool A decider, Bob Jones and Randall, will be on this field after this game. So in the next 4 hours, we will know who will play for the title game on Saturday. Underway, Pensacola controlling the ball. They are in the blue jerseys with the white numerals, the white shoulders, blue shorts, and blue socks. Grace Christian is in the white jerseys with light blue trim, white jerseys, and light blue socks. It's almost the Carolina blue, if you will, the Tar Heel blue. Pensacola with the early pressure. Out comes the Grace goalkeeper, Levi Pant. Grace controlling now. Here is Johan Vega. Couple of new players in the starting lineup for Grace Christian. In this 3 at the back system they play. Moving from left back to right back is Peyton Geltima, who committed that foul there here along the near side. And on the other side, Franklin Rodriguez Arias gets the start in place of Jared Farnsworth. A couple of other guys in the starting lineup as well. Kendall Neuenhuis, wearing number 2, has moved into the lineup. That buzzing you hear in the background, the lights here at Austin-Tindall Sports Complex. Looking for a speedy counterattack is Grace. Brett Arnold, the hat trick man from last game, was looking to get on the end of that. Physical start to this game. These two teams know what's on the line. Johan Vega chasing down that one for Grace Christian. Instead, Pensacola has possession. Slammed forward and out of play. Justin Remersma with the throw. Headed on by Termier. And now Pensacola will bring it forward. Rafael Sanzio. Sanzio is fouled. Pensacola building forward. The Eagles on the ball. Riley Bahalski. Here's Rhodes. Rhodes sends it deep. Bahalski got his head to it, but just out of reach. Actually, that was Cole Williams with the cross. Kept in play. Anthony Ruiz trying to scramble around pressure, and it's a goal kick as he goes over the line. Pant scoops it up. Both teams have had speculative chances on the counter, but nothing terribly solid in front of net through the first 5 minutes. Captain Zach Termier standing over this. He has an absolute cannon of a left foot. There it is. That's difficult for the goalkeeper to deal with. In the wind, the ball is knuckling. David Cuevas just able to punch it away. You will see that howitzer of a left foot from Termier all evening. He is their set-piece guy. First corner of the game here comes after 6 minutes. Johan Vega will go take it for Grace Christian. That one was a scuffed corner. First of the day, you could tell. Remersma. Remersma called for the foul. Bit of a drag back. Referee sees how physical this game has started and wants to put a cap to that. Hard to blame him for that. Vega takes it. Here's Termier. Termier has a chance to hit one. He finds the inside of the far post. Zach Termier puts Grace Christian in front as he slices down the middle. Captain Tiger has Grace Christian ahead, just bursting through the middle. Give Vega an assist for that. And Termier hammers it home. Might have expected him to try and put his entire left leg through that and find the top corner, but instead he just nestled it inside the post. Rafael Sanzio in midfield for Pensacola, looking for a response. Boots that one up for Riley Rhodes down the right. Way too deep. Tipped out by Riemersma. Chance in front of net, Pensacola. That was just no-nonsense defending by Dylan DeVries. Zachary Kluver was in the area. Deep throw. Throw coming in from Ruiz. Ruiz gets it back himself. Has to check it back. It's Clint Peterson. Across to Sanzio. And back to Hayden Hoffman as Pensacola recycles. Cole Williams. Back comes Rhodes to keep possession. Williams fighting hard. There's Daniel D'Souza. Kluver. Hold-up play from the striker. Clipped foul. Referee's going to have a chat with Vega. Bit lucky that Sanzio didn't hurt himself there as he fell chest first on top of the ball. That can hurt a lot. Standing over this is Peterson, wearing the armband for the Eagles. Now Peterson's going to go up and provide a target. Instead, it's Bahalski. Bahalski gets back on top of this one. Pensacola continually pegged back by this Grace Christian setup. Very organized Tigers team. Hoffman now down the right. Williams. Williams' entry feed is rejected. Snatched away by Rodriguez Arias. Here's Vega. Vega worked extremely hard last time out to get a goal. It never happened. Up ahead for Arnold. Arnold tried to play through the line. Instead, he was guarded well by Peterson. Peterson bursting forward. Geltema. Deep ball with Vega in the area. Peterson clears. That was relatively acrobatic from Clint Peterson. Here's Sanzio. Across to Salvador Parkour. Williams. Rhodes. Strong play from D'Souza to keep possession. All alone in the middle is Kluver. That ball went out despite the best efforts of Bahalski. Pensacola trying to counterattack with speed. This Grace team gets back so quickly. Nice clean tackle. A lot of possession for Pensacola since the goal. So far, nothing doing with it. Snatched away by Rhodes. Here's D'Souza. Daniel D'Souza has it taken off his feet by Arnold. Now here goes Grace. Vega has Jeltima down the right. Instead, he checks back to his left. Has to feed it back for Riemersma. Riemersma tried to send it down the line to DeWitt. Instead, DeWitt thought he was going to get it at his feet. Here comes Pensacola. Rhodes sprays it out wide. Kluver's out there. He's been all over the field. Space for Vega now. Constantly finds himself on the ball in those spaces, but a heavy touch. And that allows Clint Peterson to come in and snatch it. Nice boot by Peterson. That was an awkward ball bobbling situation. Down goes Riley Rhodes, and that's not good. That almost seemed non-contact. Thankfully, he looks like he will at least try to carry on. Drop ball here. Jeltima. He was left back yesterday against Moody Bible, now playing on the right. Bodies down, and this is going to go against Jeltima. Probably the right call there, as Jeltima was dragging back on the arm of, or the shoulder of Anthony Ruiz. Well refereed game so far. First 15 minutes have come and gone. Zach Termier has Grace Christian in front with a perfectly placed pass inside the far post. Termier dispossessed. Over the head of Peterson. He's going to leave that for Cuevas, the goalkeeper. Hoffman. Up the line for Williams. D'Souza. Cross into the box. Chance. There is Levi Pant. Couple of blue shirts looming. Riley Rhodes was in there. So was Kluver. The NCCAA network is powered by SCORE International. SCORE specializes in short-term mission trips. Pair your passion with the opportunity to share the gospel both internationally and domestically by joining SCORE on a short-term mission trip. Visit scoreintl.org/NCCAA to find out more. Kluver. D'Souza past a defender. Down holding his face is DeVries. And he's going to stop it for a head injury. Clock stops at 28:20. Looks like DeVries may have bent down to try and keep his balance and taken either a knee or a hip to the face. get a substitution here for a moment as DeVries comes off and will be checked. Coming into the game for Grace. We'll get you the substitution here momentarily. That ball deep into the Orlando Knight. Jake Alsum is in for DeVries. Malachi Smith has moved into the center of that back three, and Alsum, the substitute, is on the left. Lot of space here for Pensacola. Rhodes wanted it himself, just misses the far post. That's actually Bahalski. Got the Rileys mixed up. DeVries is good to come back on. That's a positive. Set piece to come here for Pensacola. We'll send it in. Big boot down near that far post. There's no blue shirts there to meet it, though. That was a big bomb from Rafael Sanzio. Big throw by DeVries, who comes back into the game. Another big throw. Headed away by Ruiz. Termier is on it. Termier is able to slide that ball to Geltema, and it goes through his legs and out of play. Geltema has to recover. Here's D'Souza for Pensacola. His entry pass is snatched away by Riemersma. Up the line and out of play. Up the line, nice play here by Grace. Ethan DeWitt was the target. It's going to be a long throw here. Termier's over it. Big throw to the near post. Too close, though, to David Cuevas. Now Termier has to recover from that side. Grace backpedals into its structure. Here comes Pensacola up the line. That was targeted for Riley Rhodes. Bahalski now on the ball. D'Souza. D'Souza, a true number 10 type player. Double teamed. Well done by Arnold to come from behind and pick D'Souza's pocket. Coming back at them, though. Nice play. Here's a chance. On net. It's 1-1. Rhodes slices it in with his right foot. Excellent delivery into his feet. Pensacola Christian draws level. Riley Rhodes with the goal. That was well worked by the Eagles. It's going to come right back at Pensacola, though, quickly off the jump. Grace has a corner. Or is it a throw? It's a throw down there. No, it's a free kick. Termeer's over it. Here's that howitzer. Absolute boomer, but it's too far. Little too much juice from Termeer there after conceding a goal. Hard collision, and Jeltima came in. Peterson is screaming for a card. Seems excessive in this situation. Just a coming together. Comes off Vega's feet. Here's D'Souza. Little chip over the top. Tight angle there. That's going to be a corner. Rhodes already with a goal. He had an even tighter angle shot there by a significant margin, but it was blocked over the line. Here it comes. Eagles looking to try and take the lead. Here's Peterson. Took a swing at that. DeVries is down again. And this will be a goal kick. DeVries may have taken the worse end of a swing by Peterson. The official diagnosis on that Eagles goal is that Kluver picks up the assist. Parker sends it wide to Hoffman. Hoffman has to boot it just to keep it in. That was a nice boot, but D'Souza let it go past his right foot. 20 minutes to go before halftime. We're even one apiece. Grace hounded 1-on-2 there. Malachi Smith is dispossessed. D'Souza lays it off. Bahalski checks back to his left. Little chip into the area. Header! It's saved! What a save by Levi Pant. And it's a goal kick. That was a brilliant save by Pant on a wide open header. He had to track across the face of goal just to get there. D'Souza up the line, giving chase. Believe that's Rhodes. Booted away by Pant, and it's out of play. Pant helps Rhodes to his feet. Since the Termere goal early, it has been almost all Pensacola Christian. Grace has done a lot of defending. Lead off to the right. Here's Pawkor. Pawkor with a header. And the Tigers possess. Here is Termere. Termere tried to feed through Arnold, but the center backs were up to that task. Hoffman and Peterson have a good understanding. There's a coming together. The referee will maybe check with his linesman on what to do here. No, he's got a card out. And he's going to yellow card Grace Christian's Malachi Smith. So Malachi Smith picks up the card, and this is a dangerous free kick. Little too deep to go for goal unless it's pinpoint. We'll see what D'Souza decides. It'll be him with the left. Rafael Sanzio is kind of in the area there for a short one. It's going to be looped in, headed away well by DeVries, and there's a foul anyways. This will go to Grace Christian. Riley Rhodes has been riding the ref for much of this half. The wingers for Pensacola Christian, Rhodes and Bahalski, have swapped sides. So Rhodes now here on the near side, and Bahalski skips right by him, is on the far side. Here's Smith. He's on a yellow card. I have to remember that. Neuenhuis. Now Smith again. Smith got tangled up with Bahalski on the far side. Sent long, looking for Geltum on the switch, but it wasn't close. Maybe Vega too in the middle. Cutting to the left. And it's out of play. Trinity Baptist College is offering 4-week online courses over the Christmas break, allowing you to earn credits towards eligibility before the spring semester begins. For more information, visit www.tbc.edu/winter. Up the middle, Pensacola Christian takes the lead. Riley Rhodes picks up his second goal, threaded right through. So just like that, a double from Riley Rhodes has Pensacola Christian swung into the lead after falling down 1-0. A lot of noise from the Pensacola Christian bench. They're fired up after that second goal. Grace has it in the attacking area. Been a while since they've been here. Hard work in the corner by DeWitt. Snatched away in the middle. Clattered over. We'll see if there's any more. Riley Rhodes is tackled. Looks like the referee keeps his card in his pocket. Whipped in by Sanzio, headed high into the air. Cleared away momentarily. Referee's going to have a chat with Geltema. He says, enough fouling. Any more will be a card. That was the universal last warning symbol by the referee. Good delivery. Headed away by DeVries. And yet another set piece here for Pensacola. They're going to take their time with this one. It's a little bit of a more dangerous area. A lot of chatting with the referee and with the players. Foul count is rising for Grace Christian with 13.5 to go. Rhodes standing over it, he goes low, and it's blocked away. Arnold, haven't heard much from him in this game. He's been quieted by this Pensacola defense. Sent deep for Arnold, but it's too deep. There's Cuevas. Out of play to Grace Christian, there'll be a substitute. First one of the game. Keegan Jones will come in. Kendall Neuenhuis will come out. That pushes Zach Termeer back from his number 8 position to a number 6. Here's Arnold. Arnold sprays out wide. Poked away. Cole Williams up to that task. DeWitt. Now to the left with Bahalski for Pensacola. They are up by 1, but Pensacola Christian needs to win by 2, remember, to advance. So job is not done yet. Bahalski giving chase up against Riemersma. Riemersma wins it, and it's out for a corner. Corner sliced in, not enough height to get past the first man. DeWitt comes away with it, but it's snatched back by Pensacola. Laced to the far side, volley attempt, just whiffed. It's gotten testy here on the sidelines. Under 10 minutes to go here in the first half. Riemersma closed down by Bahalski, just token pressure. Over to DeVries. Arnold, excellent header to play himself in. He's got help in the middle. It's Jones. Cuts back onto his right, fires on goal. Saved and out for a corner. That's well worked by Brett Arnold. Really the first chance he's had all game. He had a hat trick against Moody Bible, but it has been quieted thus far today. Excellent shot attempt. He worked it onto his right foot. Corner. Johan Vega will send it in. The right foot of Vega. Looped in. That's a good corner. Dangerous. There's Jones. But then it's whacked high into the air by the Pensacola defense. Neuenhuis. Or excuse me, that's Riemersma. It's out. Grace Christian head coach Dustin Buchanan sees that Daniel D'Souza is wide open in the middle. He's been in space a lot in that number 10 role. Wants his team to close him down. I believe this will be a corner on the far side. It will. So Pensacola Christian leading 2-1, but needing to win by a pair with its third corner of the day. Looped corner, in-swinger, header is just wide. Riley Rhodes got his head to that and sort of flicked it to the far post, but it did not find its mark. Back in comes Jake Alson. He's going to come in for Malachi Smith, who's been yellow carded, so they'll keep him safe with 7 minutes to go. Pensacola knows the struggle, or excuse me, Grace knows the struggles of playing down a man. They had to do so against Moody Bible. So safety first with the defender on the yellow. Jones flicked on Arnold, but he just missed being able to snatch that for himself. Here's DeWitt. DeWitt is thrown to the ground. That's a foul. Sanzio is whistled. Good deep boot from DeVries. Taken away by the Eagles. Speed up the left. Kluver rocketing forward just a little too far for Bahalski. That's well played by Zachary Kluver, who has afterburners for days. Cycled back to the goalkeeper, Cuevas. Under 6 minutes to play here in the first half. Pensacola with a 2-1 lead. DeVries whiffed. Here's Bahalski, who may be in. He's got a spread to the byline and a good recovery by Dylan DeVries. That's a goal kick. DeVries recovered from missing that. He closed off Bahalski enough that his stretch was no good. Rhodes is testing the Grace defense. Rhodes went down. Ref says no. That's the substitute, Jake Alsum, on the far side with the challenge. 5 minutes to play. This has been a high-quality game between two teams desperate to reach the finals. Substitute readying for Pensacola. They have used very few. In fact, I don't think any substitutes so far in this game. Daniel Vidal is on the sideline readying. That will come in now. Vidal will come in for Zachary Kluver. Nope, for D'Souza. So Daniel for Daniel. Vidal takes that number 10 role. He'll have plenty of running to do here with 4 minutes remaining. He can empty the tank with halftime looming. That battle Termir and Sanzio has been brewing all evening. Vega snatches it. DeVries blasts it. Arnold has been feasting on scraps here in this game. Jones is fouled. I think that's the correct call. Clint Peterson is judged to have bodied down Tobias Keegan-Jones. We'll see what Termir wants to do with this. We know he has the distance on that left foot, but does he have the accuracy, or will he place it on a platter for a teammate? This ball is a good 3/5 of the way to the midline. Hammered by Termir. Good save. That was a quality test of the goalkeeper, Daniel Cuevas. Termir decided to take it on himself, and now he will head to the corner flag to deliver this set piece. 2:40 to go. That one a little too high in the air. Jones there to meet it. Swings his right foot at it, then flicks it with the back. There's a chance that's saved. Right on the doorstep. It was Franklin Rodriguez Arias who got an opportunity right on the goal mouth. David Cuevas was there to smother that opportunity almost as soon as it was hit. Riemersma has taken a spot on that left edge. DeVries on the right, and in the middle is the substitute, Alsum. Flicked header perfectly in the direction of Kluver, and he's fouled. They're going to take it quick. Bahalski. Switch of play to the right. Here's Williams. Cole Williams is fouled. Rodriguez Arias. A minute to go before halftime. Can Pensacola put themselves firmly in front? Chipped into the middle, bodies everywhere. Levi Pant comes away with it. He wants to go quick. Jones loses out. The Eagles back on top here. Kluver. Kluver whips it into the area. Out by Vega. Sanzio. Sanzio goes for goal from miles away with nobody closing him down, and it's whipped into the night. Ten seconds to go. that'll do it. An entertaining first half with it all on the line. A spot in the championship game looms for either one of these teams. Grace Christian struck first. Zach Termeer with a little delivery into the bottom left-hand corner of the goal, just passed it into the back of the net. Pensacola Christian roared back, and a pair of goals from Riley Rhodes has seen them move into the ascendancy. But it is certainly not decided yet, especially considering that Pensacola Christian must win by 2 goals or more to see them move into the title game. So there's still work to do for both teams. It's halftime. We'll come back with our Score International halftime stats here on the NCCAA Network.
One-week mission trip changed my life, and I think it could change yours too. For the past 35 years, SCORE International has been mobilizing others to go and make disciples of all nations. SCORE specializes in short-term mission trips that partner with a long-term sustainable ministry. We organize and lead trips that allow you to use your gifts and abilities for kingdom work. Contact us today to impact a life.
The NCCAA mission states, we serve members by setting association standards, developing communications resources, providing regional and national competition, and partnering in outreach to our communities and the world. Bylaws, eligibility, statistics, and championships are all part of being an athletic association. Our services help propel intercollegiate athletics on and off campus. We intentionally place our student athletes and coaches in Christian service projects during championship events to answer the question, what would Christ do in these communities? The NCCAA mission states, we are committed to equipping student athletes and coaches to make a positive impact for Christ. Equipping student athletes and coaches involves the creation and distribution of tools and resources needed for a particular purpose. We promote outreach and ministry for the enhancement of athletic competition with a Christian perspective. One tool is Game Plan for Life, a character initiative to promote the biblical characteristics of love, integrity, faith, and excellence. Equipping student athletes with a game plan will remain with them throughout their entire lives.
Columbus will help me to get a job, get my master's, to prepare myself for the world.
It offers students a tremendous amount of opportunity to get real-world experience.
We see Christian students, non-Christian students. We see people from every walk of life.
It's such a good place to be.
It kind of reminds me of home. Your teachers actually look out for you here. You feel invited as soon as you walk in.
You're not going to find any better place to help students achieve what they want.
Our world's been rocked by fear and economic uncertainty, but Columbia International University is praying for you. We invite you to invest in yourself by enrolling in our #1 rated online programs. We promise you an affordable, high-quality education and a place of peace. Enroll today.
The NCCAA mission states, "We are an association of Christ-centered collegiate institutions whose mission is to use athletic competition as an integral component of education, evangelism, and encouragement." The impact of the NCCAA has been felt for 50 years throughout the country and around the world. Encouraging mission trips is at the heart of this impact. We know short-term missions impacts everyone involved and changes the trajectory of lives. Sometimes it can affect the missionary as much or more than those being served. Our Sports Ministry Fund has supported more than 5,000 individuals via domestic and international missions. We exist not only to crown national champions, but to share the love of Christ wherever it is needed.
A one-week mission trip changed my life, and I think it could change yours too. For the past 35 years, SCORE International has been mobilizing others to go and make disciples of all nations. SCORE specializes in short-term mission trips that partner with a long-term sustainable ministry. We organize and lead trips that allow you to use your gifts and abilities for kingdom work. Contact us today to impact a life.
Welcome back for the second half. The team's readying for the final 45 minutes of action. Time for your halftime stats, powered by SCORE International. Pensacola Christian with a 2-1 lead. They have a lead in the shot count as well, 9-4. That about accurately represents how the first half was. Zach Tremeer's goal for Grace Christian really was the last big moment for Grace. Brett Arnold had one near the end of the half, but otherwise not much in front of goal. They defended well, but Pensacola Christian put up two brilliant goals, slicing through by Riley Rhodes. The corners, 3-3. Fouls 12-5. Grace Christian called for a number of those, including a few yellow cards as well. Well, one yellow card. Malachi Smith was carded. Now, Pensacola requires another goal in order to move on. They can win the game here 2-1, and obviously that would be nice, and they would get 3 points. But it would not see them into the championship game because Grace Christian already has 3 points from its first game against Moody Bible, and Pensacola lost to Moody Bible. So everyone would be level on 3 points. As it stands, Grace Christian would have a +2 goal differential, and Pensacola would have a 0 goal differential. So Pensacola Christian needs one more goal. If they get that, they would be level on goal differential at +1, and the next tiebreaker would be goals allowed, which Pensacola would have the advantage in thanks to this score line. They came into goals allowed, Grace Christian with 1, Pensacola with 2. Now it stands at 3-2, Pensacola having 1 less. So if they were to score another, they'd have 2 less. That would be the tiebreaker. So plenty to play for here. Expect to see a lot of Pensacola Christian possession and a lot of Grace Christian defending, because both teams will definitely know this is the situation. However, Grace Christian will certainly want to snatch another score if they can to give themselves a little bit of breathing room. Right now, the room for error is about 0. Dylan DeVries is wrestling down an opponent. To the turf goes Daniel Vidal, who came on late in the first half off the bench. Pensacola sideline has been yelling for yellow cards at just about every opportunity. Rafael Sanzio will take this free kick for Pensacola. Chipped up into the area, headed high into the air. That was Kluver who got his head to it, then whipped away by Riemersma. Keegan Jones hounded closely. There's some openings for Vega. Johan Vega, defended by 2 Eagles. The second one able to snatch it away. Here's Zach Termier, though, gets it back for the Tigers. He's going to settle possession. Would expect Grace to do that at every opportunity. Big boot by Levi Pant. Nice poke by DeVries. Just a little out of reach of Termier, who is directing traffic as the captain. Kluver squares it for Parkour. Now there's Sanzio, has it poked out, stays with the Eagles. This Pensacola Christian team won the title last year in spectacular fashion. Senior Nick Standridge capped his career with a golden goal to win the tournament. Standridge, a center back, now replaced by Hayden Hoffman in the starting lineup. He and Clint Peterson have done quite well. Here is Peterson. Hoffman whacks Kluver with a big boot. Stays with the Eagles. Here's Bahalski. Riley Bahalski checks onto his left. May have an opportunity to shoot here. Fires just over the crossbar. Corner to come in. Bahalski delivers. That's right in front of goal. Headed away by the defensive unit. And it's sent over for a goal kick. Pensacola grabs possession back off the goal kick. Just out of reach of Jake Alsum. Alsum was able to get his foot to it, but could not control. Here's Bahalski. Kluver. Left-footed whack comes off the hand of Termier. That's a penalty. Oh my goodness. What are you supposed to do is Zach Termier. Hand by his side, ball to hand. That is a harsh penalty call on the captain, Zach Termier. Knew nothing about that as it came at his body. The referee pointed right to the spot, Zachary Kluver standing over this. That's about as harsh as handball calls go. I wasn't sure from this angle if Termier was in the penalty area when the foul was called. He was. Here's Kluver. In the back of the net. Pensacola Christian goes in front 3-1. That is a massive goal for the Eagles, and as it stands, puts them in the championship game. So, new ball game. Pensacola Christian is in the championship game as it stands. Kluver now with his goal, the third and as it stands, most important goal for Pensacola Christian. Also had an assist earlier in the game. We'll see how Grace Christian plays this. Didn't look like they had really packed in to try and prevent a goal, so there's really not much of a shell to come out of. Peyton Jeltum is going to be yellow carded here for throwing his body into a challenge. Deserved yellow card there, the second for Grace Christian. Malachi Smith was also yellow carded and has been replaced by Jake Alsum. Believe that's Pawkor who's down, Salvatore Pawkor. Nope, it's not. That's Anthony Ruiz. Trainer will check him for a head injury while we have an opportunity. The NCCAA network is powered by SCORE International. SCORE specializes in short-term mission trips. Pair your passion with the opportunity to share the gospel both internationally and domestically by joining SCORE on a short-term mission trip. Visit scoreintl.org/NCCAA to find out more. Some substitutions happening here. Peyton Geltima, the man newly on a yellow card, has been replaced by Aiden Kroll. Also for Pensacola Christian, coming on is Elijah Gisbertha. Gisbertha has replaced Ruiz for the moment, while he is looked at on the sidelines. Set piece here for Grace Christian. Big boot by DeVries. Oh, right foot was there for Franklin Rodriguez-Arias. He just couldn't control it, sent it wide. That's a good opportunity for Grace Christian. Another substitution for Pensacola. On comes Leo Zumpano, and off comes Zachary Kluver. We'll see how Pensacola Christian sets themselves up. Looks like Daniel Vidal has moved into the striker role. The new man in Zumpano goes out wide left, and Riley Bahalski moves into the middle. Plenty of time here for Grace Christian to put themselves back in front. And by quote-unquote in front, I mean just cut this deficit to 1, because that's all it would take to put them back in the championship game. Feels odd as a player to be targeting just losing by a particular amount, but that is what gets the job done here for Grace Christian. They picked up the win they needed yesterday against Moody Bible. Now it's all about goal differential. Here's Arnold, has it poked away. David Stiefel is in the game as well for Pensacola Christian. He's on the right wing. He looks to have replaced Riley Rhodes for the time being. Here he is, number 14. Sees it go out of play. Back comes Anthony Ruiz. Gisbertha makes way. Rodriguez-Arias on the overlap with Arnold. Arnold checks it back. Termier. He was looking for Rodriguez-Arias. Tigers struggling to get out of their own area and possess the ball in the attacking third. Lots of hard work to be done. Aiden Kroll chasing over there. Good step by Rodriguez-Arias. Here's a Tigers throw. This is what they're looking for. Arnold gets it in. DeWitt to Vega, and that's a given away back pass. Vega trying to win it back. Instead, around him goes Stiefel, the substitute. Vidal back to Bahalski. Ruiz. Through the middle, Vidal. Ruiz on the overlap. Instead, he goes left. Here's Zampano. Sanzio to the right, Pacor. Bahalski. Chance here for Vidal. The shot is blocked and will go into the arms of Pant. Good last-ditch defending by Grace. Booted deep. It's out for a corner. That's well worked by Grace. They were not able to connect on that, but still put enough pressure to win this corner. Out comes Vega. Couple of substitutes coming on, both starters for Pensacola Christian. D'Souza and Kluver are at the scorer's table. That corner was whipped in way too deep. This will stay with Grace since the attempted clearance did not fully come off. That was Zampano. Goal kick. Couple of subs. Here they come. So Kluver back in, D'Souza back in. It has been an eventful second half. The penalty so far has Pensacola Christian through to the championship game. Zachary Kluver buried it. The penalty was given for a handball on Zach Termier. Harsh penalty on Termier, but the right call nonetheless. The arm was extended. Did not seem like there was any intent. But intent does not matter. It was also just inside the area. Just altogether harsh on Termier, who's been fantastic for Grace, not just in this game, but against Moody Bible as well. This game has settled down for the last 5 or so minutes. The energy was high for most of this second half. Obviously, that penalty gave a surge of life to Pensacola Christian, but it has calmed just a bit. That was an athletic attempt on goal. Just didn't get the power on the shot. There's a foul, a hard foul, and that will be a yellow card. Rafael Sanzio fully accepting his caution. The referee does not want to let him go without a quick chat. Corner coming. Big opportunity here for Grace. They're going to play it short. Not something we've seen them do before. Now it's delivered in. Not a good delivery. That did not really work for Grace, although it was deflected off, and they'll have another chance at it. There's a deep delivery. That's good. Tobias Jones was there. Maybe a little bit of contact, but nothing the referee will be able to see or call. Out of play to Grace. So the Tigers have a little bit of pressure here as they work to put themselves back, quote-unquote, on top. Here's Termere with his long throw. Zach Termere is power embodied. There's the deep throw. It comes towards the near post, headed across the face of goal. Vega chips it back to DeWitt. Now Pensacola can break. Deep for Pensacola. Pant is there. There's Arnold up the left. Rodriguez Arias, who has played this entire game so far after coming off the bench yesterday against Moody. Chance for the Eagles sent in. There's nobody there to meet it at the back post. That was a good delivery by D'Souza, who has come back into the game. It's basically a tackle there. Referee let it go. Two players coming together. That was the typical both players committed a foul, so no players committed a foul. Nice settle by D'Souza, by DeVries. He's hounded by D'Souza. DeVries extended the arms, so he's called for that. Trainer going to come out. It looks like the Pensacola player who's down on the ground just has to figure out his shoes and can get to his feet, but they'll ask for the trainer to come help with that. Central Christian College of the Bible is now offering the Master of Arts in Ministry Leadership at its Missouri and Kentucky campuses. This very affordable and distinctive program combines online career coaching and an on-campus course to enhance personal leadership skills and lead congregations towards health. Now's the time to advance your ministry. Find out more at cccb.edu. Zachary Kluver was the man down. They may have to work with his equipment. No, he's just going to come right back on. Headed up into the air. Grace has controlled this for now, and they clear the danger. There's 21 minutes to go here in this game. The situation is as follows. As it stands, Pensacola Christian would move on to the finals. It feels like Grace Christian, who really only needs one goal to get themselves back into pole position for a spot in the championship game, has dropped their heads a bit. This Tigers team is just one good moment away from moving themselves into a pole position, but it feels like more because they're losing 3-1. But they can fall by a goal and still make the championship game. Difficult to wrap your head around that as an athlete, though, because these guys feel like winning is the goal. And so obviously you want to make the championship game. But as logic goes, it feels elementary, but it's certainly not the case mentally. Here's Keegan Jones. by DeVries. There's a Pensacola player down. I think it's Hoffman. It is. Zachary Kluver takes his foot off and massages his feet while he has the chance. Big boot from David Cuevas. Johan Vega. He constantly finds himself in space. Termier has to scramble to keep hold of that one, sends it to the goalkeeper. Pant gives it a ride. Here's Keegan Jones. Here's an opportunity, and the Grace bench feels it. A little bit more energy here on the sidelines now, under 19 minutes to go. Zach Termier will deliver a long throw. There's the rip. Headed away by 2 Eagles. There's DeWitt. Vega concedes to DeWitt. He sends it back. There's Riemersma to Alsum and across to DeVries. Good charge by the Pensacola substitute, David Stiefel. Stiefel still giving chase. Nice step by Riemersma to alleviate that pressure. DeVries trying to give an option out wide. Keegan Jones was taking it himself instead. That's a fabulous ball up the left side. Leo Zampano. And here's a yellow card. Justin Riemersma picks up the caution. That is the 3rd yellow card dished out for Grace Christian in this game. Malachi Smith was the first, then Peyton Jeltema, and now Justin Riemersma. Right-footed in-swinger off the chest of the goalkeeper and thumped away. Dangerous for a moment at the back for Grace Christian. DeVries is up running this counterattack. Jones out wide to Arnold. Riemersma back up to Arnold. Brett Arnold on the right wing. Good step to give him some space. Here's Vega. Johan Vega around one defender, through a second, and a little bit heavy. Sees it go out to the defense. 16 minutes to go. Riemersma challenging with Zampano. He's got to be careful. Zampano goes down again. And Zampano is slapping the ground in pain. So they will stop proceedings to tend to Leo Zampano, the substitute. Zampano is up and okay. Zampano replaced by Riley Rhodes, a starter who is back into the game. Burst of speed up the left. Riley Bahalski, who's back into the game as well. Grace Christian taking this set piece and pouring forward. Deep slam by Termier. Nobody able to get on the end of that. Break for Pensacola. Speed down the right. Out of play. This will go to the Eagles. The energy of this game is picked back up with 13 and a half to go. 13 minutes on the clock. Pensacola Christian with possession. Wahalski send it right. Now here's D'Souza. D'Souza again. Spins into the middle. There's Kluver. Chance is blasted over the net. Clock starting to become the enemy for Grace Christian. They need one goal to put themselves in the championship game. 12 minutes on the clock. Substitution coming. Leo Zampano is going to come back into the game. He will replace the other substitute, David Stiefel. Flicked along by Kluver. That's a nice little touch. It found Bahalski, but his touch was heavy. D'Souza got his feet tangled with Vega. Grace Christian needs a goal, but they have struggled to get out of their own half. 10 minutes on the clock. Here's a chance. DeWitt. The Tigers on the ball. Ethan DeWitt finds Vega. Johan Vega, no relation to Vincent Vega. Up the right. Substitution. Malachi Smith will come back in for Jake Alsam, their starting center back. He's on a yellow card. So 2 of the 3 center backs for Grace Christian on a yellow card. That would be Smith and Riemersma. Long throw by Termere. That is in the danger zone. Headed away. Comes back to Termere, and he roasts this ball way over the crossbar. Burnt the Thanksgiving turkey on that shot. Eight and a half remaining. Pensacola trying to milk all the seconds off this clock they can. This 3-1 victory would give them a chance to move on. 1 goal for Grace Christian would turn it all around. Vega sends it back to Smith, who settles. Grace Christian knows what they need. With 8 minutes to go, they have sent a defender forward. That's DeVries. It's just 2 at the back right now for Grace Christian, and here they are having to defend a counterattack. Vega goes to his knees, and that was just enough to push Kluver back and let Grace Christian settle. Excellent job defending by Vega. On the right by the end line. Now sent in more towards the middle. Bahalski rips a shot, and that's saved. That would have wrapped it up for Pensacola. And there is Levi Pant. Wonderful job by the Grace Christian goalkeeper. Foul to Grace Christian. They need to get on their horse. Termier distributing. DeWitt left it short for Smith, but he gets it back. Nice job by Malachi Smith. Snatched away by Kluver. Pensacola doing all it can to keep Grace Christian out of the attacking third. A lot of pressure for the Eagles rather than sitting back. Bahalski leaves it for Pawkor. There's Zampano. Now Pawkor. Walker sends it right. Zampano. Racing forward down the left. Bahalski, he may want to go to the corner flag with this. 4:20 to go. Just trying to win the ball back down there in the corner flag is Grace Christian. Referee's stopping the clock to fix the corner flag. That corner flag has been a problem all day. Even referees get frustrated. 3:35 on the clock. Kluver hounded. The Tigers have to win the ball back. Cole Williams. Out of play. Franklin Rodriguez Arias is back into the game for Keegan Jones. And he's going to go up front. Arnold comes back. Termier saves it. Ball is just bouncing around. No one can really get a hold on it. Pensacola Christian is swarming the ball right now. Ruthless by the Eagles here down the stretch. 2 minutes to go. Evan Gort is on the field for Grace Christian as they scramble for this one. 1 minute remaining. Smith. Into the middle, Arnold. Stopped by Vega. That's a ruthless foul. Called on Grace Christian for ducking under that. That was a dangerous bicycle kick attempt. Ref let it go. 3 seconds, and that'll do it. Pensacola Christian is into the championship game. A 3-1 victory, just what the Eagles needed, and Grace Christian falls just short. All three teams tied at 3 points, and it is Pensacola Christian that goes into the championship game on goals conceded. Tiebreakers needed to decide Pool B, but it is Pensacola Christian into the championship game now for a second straight year. The defending champion remains in contention. Coming up next, it'll be Bob Jones and Randall to determine Pool A. But first, let's give you our score of the game, presented by Score International. And it is the first for Pensacola Christian. Scored by Riley Rhodes. An absolutely stellar goal on a run after receiving it from Zachary Kluver. Rhodes deposited the ball into the back of the net. It was actually the second goal scored by Pensacola Christian. Rhodes had both. He got that one from Daniel D'Souza and put it in the net. That gave Pensacola Christian the lead, and then Kluver scored from the spot after a handball on Zach Termier. That wrapped things up, a 3-1 victory. Termier the one to score for Grace Christian early in this game, but Pensacola roared back and took control. Coming up next, Bob Jones and Randall, the 1 and the 4, to decide the second spot in the championship game here in the NCCAA Division II Men's Soccer National Championship.